Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be answering the questions that my professor asked me to answer. And so yeah, I'm going to start reading the answers. Can language shape the way we think? If so, in which manners? So yes, in my opinion, yes, because the language we speak have an impact on our perception of reality. So things like time and space can be perceived very differently, and this also accounts for unanimated objects or even things that we wouldn't think about in our daily lives. So yes, there's so many ways in which language can shape the way we perceive things. Can language define reality or we define language? Why? So, language, in my opinion, does not define reality, but the way we perceive reality. And because the definition of reality, I feel like it is a philosophical question that not even science has been able to explain yet. So, in fact, scientists doubt that humans can even totally comprehend reality, let alone describe reality through language. And we do not define language because the contributions that we make to our language and the way it describes reality are very little. So the extent to which we define language is rather insignificant, in my opinion. Hmm. Um, Next question. Explain very briefly the difference between language acquisition and language learning. So, language acquisition is more of an organic or natural way of picking up a language through exposition, and language learning is more of a formal process of learning a language, usually in a scholar environment. Next question. To what extent does age influence language learning or language acquisition? So, age is related to a certain stage of brain development. So, the way we process information will change the older we get, and we will focus on different things. So, yeah, the process of language learning is greatly influenced by age. Mm, Next question. Explain very briefly the difference between English as a second language and English as a foreign language. To what extent has the English language influenced your personal identity? So, yeah, as for the first question that I read, I'm sorry. Yeah, English as a second language is when you learn as a language other than the first in a country where that language is widely used for different purposes. And English as a foreign language is almost the same, but the only difference is that it occurs in a country where that language is not widely spoken. Or yeah, that's the main difference. And why do you yeah, I'm sorry. Why do I think the way I do? The way I do. I think the way I do because I grew up in Mexico speaking Spanish in a Christian family. And the way I think has been also shaped by all the people that I have ever met and associated with. So that's kind of my opinion because, of course, there's also my own internal factors which influences the way I am, my biological functions, my genes, and everything. But I think the greatest impact comes from the outside, my the culture in which I was born. And how could I think differently? So this can be achieved in many different ways. For example, and reading and learning new stuff. But I think learning a language is a way in which we can change our perception of the world very significantly. Not only because learning a language is looking at things with a different filter or organizing information differently, but because learning a language also entails learning about different cultures and people. So you may end up discovering a whole new different world. Yes. And what thoughts do I wish to create? This question is very weird because I don't know. I never think about these kinds of questions. So, what I wrote and what I think is I wish to create thoughts that have an impact on the world and its people. I want to have a share in creating and conceptualizing our world. So, that is all for these questions. So I hope you guys liked my answers, and I hope you can also reply to my video. So bye.